Hello, class. No? Good morning, or good afternoon, or good day. No? Okay. Shall we start first with the continuation of our lecture? Okay. We're in my what if now our given function f of t is now equal to, let's see, this is as e to the at cosine of bt. Okay? Then, to solve for the transformation of the Laplace transformation, so e to the at cosine of bt, and e to the negative st dt, And if we try to combine these two, so to have now e to the negative s minus a d cosine of b d dt. Then if we now use the procedure integration by parts, okay, we have to choose. So for the integration by parts as a review, this will be the integral of one function u times the derivative of the function v, that can be converted to the function u, the function of v, minus the integral of the function v, then the derivative of the function u. If we have to choose u is equal to e to the negative s minus a d, okay, then we have du equivalent now to negative s minus a e to the negative s minus a d dt. Okay, and if we try to use as my dv, okay, this one is to be assigned to your dv. Okay, so that will be, okay, so dv is equivalent to cosine of bt dt. Okay, if we take the integral, then the integral, so we can cancel now the derivative and the integral function here. Then we have now v is equivalent to, okay, the integral of cosine of b dt. Then to complete the function, I have to introduce here b. So I have also to introduce here negative 1 over b to complete the integration process. Okay, then so I can now have, okay, my b equivalent to 1 over b, what is the integral of, this one should be b, okay? What is the integral of cosine? So that will be positive sine of bt. Then we can now make use of the integral procedure, the integration by parts. Okay, we have now u and v, so the integral of, okay, e to the negative s minus a t sine and cosine, sorry, so cosine of bt dt will now be equal to e u. U is e to the negative s minus a t, b, so my b is, okay, b is 1 over b, or sine of bt over b, okay, to be evaluated from 0 to infinity. Okay, then I could also have now, okay, minus V. So minus the integral of V. Sorry. Minus, okay, the integral of V. So my V is sine of BT over B. This is my B. Then DU will be negative S my okay. E to the negative S minus A S minus A. Oops. E to the negative S minus A T V times du is negative S minus A. Negative S minus A dt. Okay. Okay. Then to continue, okay, so substituting the value of infinity to the infinity sine of infinity okay, divided by b minus to the 0 sine of 0 divided by b. Okay. So this whole term will now be equal to 0. So this whole term will be 0 because of the to the infinity. This also becomes 0 because of the sine of 0. No? Then what remains is minus, okay, let us start with this one. Okay, so let us take this out from the integral. So that will be negative, that will become positive of S minus A over B. Okay, then the integral of e to the negative S minus A d sine of B d. Okay, and so from 0 to infinity. Okay, so going back to what we have again, we have to make use of the integration by parts. Because we have the two functions as well. Okay, and if we assign u equal to, I have to make this one. Okay, u is equal to here. If I have now to choose so u is equivalent to, okay, again, e to the negative s minus a t, okay. Then I also have du equal to negative s minus a e to the negative s minus a t dt, okay. Then if I have to choose dv equal to sine of pt, then integrate. So to change this one, I have also to integrate this one, but this lacks also your b. Okay, no? So I have to introduce here 1 over b. So my b now, b is equal to a. So the integral of sine is negative cosine. So negative cosine of bt divided by b. No? So making use now of the integration by parts again. So what remains from my equation will be, you know, s minus a over b, okay, multiplied by so this one will be, you know, s minus a to be multiplied by, okay, by parts, okay, u e to the negative s minus a t, okay, this b, so my b is, okay, negative, okay, so this will become negative, negative cosine, so tayo naman, sikip na dito sa ating computation. Let us introduce again, okay, another page, okay. And let me copy first the integration. Okay. So we have now so u is equal to a to the negative s minus a t, okay, and du equivalent to negative s minus a to the negative s minus a t, okay, then my dv is equal to 1 over b, the integral, you know, so sine of dt b dt, you know, so I can now cancel this one, okay, okay, and then stop tayo. Okay, let's go back to screen again. Share. Okay, so going back to what remains now is, so to solve for the v. Okay, so my v now is equivalent to negative cosine of bt divided by b. Okay, no? So use now the integral by parts. So this will now be equal to u, which is equivalent to e to the negative s minus 80 times b, negative cosine of pt divided by b, okay, to be evaluated from 0 to infinity minus the integral of b, so that is negative cosine of bt divided by B, okay, du, okay. So my du is, okay, negative S minus A S minus A e to the negative S minus A t. Okay, dt. So we have to place it dt. dt. Okay, so that now, okay. So substituting the values here, okay. So this will now be B. Okay. This will now be equivalent to, but I have also to go back from my former equation. Okay. So stop sharing. Okay. Share screen ulit. Okay. So share natin ito. Okay. Going back now. Stop sharing. This one. We have to place here. Place S minus A. I forgot this factor. Okay, no? This factor. S minus A. So S minus A. I have to consider this one. S minus A over B. So we have to place here. Okay. Okay. This, okay. So that will be okay. So I have to place here S minus A for this full formula over B. Okay, huh? So this now B S minus A over B. Okay. Then if I have to introduce e to the infinity times negative, okay, negative cosine of infinity divided by B, okay, then minus e to the 0, minus minus, that should be plus e to the 0 cosine of 0 over B. So that will become now, so this one will be 0, no? Then if I have to multiply that with this one, this will not be equal to 1. This one is equal to 1. So that will become S minus A over B squared. Okay. So this one is negative, negative, and negative, 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 and negative. So that will become negative. Okay. So multiplying ang factor here. So tapos this one. So minus magiging S minus A squared over over b squared. No? So the integral of e to the negative s minus at, the cosine of bt. Okay? No? So, but that is equivalent to the original function na e to the negative s minus a t cosine of bt. No? So that will not be equal to s minus a dt. dt equivalent to s minus a over b squared, okay, minus s minus a squared over b squared, okay, the integral of e to the negative s minus a t, okay, cosine of bt dt. Okay. Then if you can notice between this integral and this integral, they are the same, you know. So what we could do is to, transfer this to this side, you know. So then factor out, you know. So we gain versus type, you know. I have 1 plus, okay, here 1 plus s minus a squared over b squared, no? Then the integral of e to the negative s minus a t cosine of bt dt. dt is equivalent now to s minus a over b squared. S minus a. S minus a over b squared. You know? Then if I have to, okay, take the common denominator, so b squared plus s minus a squared, okay, over b squared. So integral of a to the negative s minus a t cosine of bt dt, okay, dt is equivalent to s minus a over b squared. Then if I divide everything by this one, by b squared plus s minus a squared over b squared, okay, and dividing natin ito na b squared plus s minus a squared, okay, minus s minus a squared over b squared, okay, so I can cancel out, okay, b squared and b squared. So what remains from my equation now will be, this one will be s minus a, s minus a over s minus a squared plus b squared. Okay na? So that will be now the integral of this function. Okay? Ito na. So I could cancel this everything here. So going back to the original equation, so our transformation will be, okay, s minus a over s minus a squared plus b squared. Okay. So, okay. Then stop sharing. Stop sharing. So if I have another thing here, So let us have another in the screen. Okay. Then if my function now, sorry class. Okay. So branches ulit tayo, okay? So sa function of t is now equal to okay, e to the 80 okay, hyperbolic cosine of bt. Yeah? So then if we have now the formula f of s is equal to 0 to infinity e to the 80 hyperbolic cosine of bt e to the negative s minus a dt. You know? Then, if I have to combine these two into a single exponential function, you can now have 0 to infinity e to the wait, e to the 80. So sorry. So here, negative plus t. So I could have here negative s minus a t, okay, hyperbolic cosine of b t dt. Okay, then if I choose now, or if I use no as a conversion factor for hyperbolic cosine of bt as no e to the bt plus e to the negative bt over 2, you know, then I have now 0 to infinity e to the negative s minus 80, okay, to be multiplied by e to the bt plus e to the negative bt over 2, okay, dt. And then, okay, distribute this one into here, then into here, okay. So you can have 0 to infinity, e to the negative, so this one will be s minus a, okay, s minus a plus b, okay, t over 2, plus, okay, 0 to infinity, e to the dt, dt, you know, then negative, okay, s minus a minus b t dt, okay, then and then so taking out 1/2, okay, so integral from 0 to infinity, okay, so to complete this one, e to the negative s minus a s minus a plus b, okay, t, so dt, I should to complete the integral function, I should have to introduce negative s minus a plus b, okay. So we should also introduce here negative s minus a plus b. Okay, then plus here minus 1/2. So you should also take wait, we have to introduce one half. So taking out 1/2 from this. So we could introduce the integral of a to the negative s minus a minus b dt. So you have to introduce again negative introduce negative s minus a minus b. Okay, so we have to introduce also here. Let's move this one further. So, I should introduce here 1/negative s minus a minus b. Okay, so now we have a complete integral function. Okay, so this one, 1/2 s minus a plus b. Okay, substituting or e to the negative s minus a plus b t from 0 to infinity minus 1/2 times x minus a plus I minus b minus b s plus it should be s minus a plus bt minus a plus b. Okay, because this one is negative again, a negative positive b negative a. So it should be a positive. It should be positive. Okay, it should be minus. Wait. So this should be a plus. Okay. Negative is plus a minus b. So minus b plus a plus b. Okay, a plus b. So s is a is a negative s plus a minus b. Okay, no? Then if I take out negative s, negative s, this becomes negative a minus b. This should be okay. No? So negative. Negative S, negative A, this should be S. Okay. Wait. Mayroon ako. Negative S plus A. Okay. Plus B. Okay. I take negative S minus A plus B. No? Para pag multiply ko, okay? This one negative S plus A minus B. No? So this is negative S minus A. Minus B. So that will become negative S minus A. This one should be A plus B. This should be negative S, negative A, positive minus. Dito mag-okay class, no? Negative S minus A plus A. So negative and plus minus A. Now, okay. Okay. So it's plus A plus B. So this should be this should be S plus A plus B. Yes. Okay. This should be yes. Okay. So to continue, so this should be e to the negative, okay, negative S plus A minus A plus B. A plus A plus B plus B. You know, then go on to from 0 to infinity. You know? So this will not be equal to a negative 1 over 2 S minus A plus B. Okay. Substituting A to them in C by infinity, okay, minus E to the 0. Okay. Then equivalent to negative 1 over 2 is A plus B e to the infinity minus e to the 0, okay? So that will become, this one will be 0, and this one is 1, this one will be 0, this one will be 1. Okay? So that will become positive 1 over 2 s minus 8 a plus b, okay, plus 1 over 2 s plus b s plus a plus b. Then going further by algebra, so this will not be equal to common denominator is 2. Okay, so giving s squared minus a plus b squared. Okay, pag multiply ko ito, magiging is plus okay, a plus b, okay, plus s minus a plus b. When I would cancel this, this will become 2s. This will be positive. So 2s cancel the 2, So what remains from our equation will be, can I write this down? 2 times s over 2 times s squared minus a plus b squared. Okay, I can cancel this. Now what remains from our equation will be s over s squared. This one is space, okay. This s over s squared minus a plus b squared. Okay, no? Ating final answer. No? So that is for okay, the integration or the transformation of the function of e to the 80 hyperbolic cosine of b. Yeah? So, that ends muna tayo dito. Okay.